And I wouldn't have...
From sailors to celebrities to the Prime Minister's wife, tattoos have been making their mark on all kinds of people for centuries. And now it's estimated around 1 in 5 British adults has one. Historians say they were once the preserve of the upper classes. Churchill's mother is rumoured to have had a tattoo on her wrist. But body art has dipped in and out of the mainstream following fashion, social convention and cultural change. And today it seems it's as popular as ever. Last month, veteran broadcaster David Dimbleby had his first tattoo, a scorpion on his shoulder, describing it as something he'd always wanted. And earlier this year, Winifred Turner from Dorset is thought to have become the oldest person in Britain to have a tattoo when she had a design dedicated to her late husband inked on her arm at the age of 92.
Interesting. Let's speak to Sandra Howard, who's in our central London studio. We're also joined by tattoo historian Dr. Gemma Angel, who's here in the studio with us. Sandra, to you first of all, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. You look very smart, you look very stylish. Where is your tattoo?
Well, it was on my shoulder, on the collarbone. Really, it had to be there because it was, since it was a temporary one, I wanted it to be somewhere where people would actually see it and be a bit surprised. I suppose to test the reactions.
Well, the key question now is, clearly it was a temporary one and it's now gone. Are you going to have it put back permanently?
Well, that is the jackpot question. I won't sort of before Christmas, but I'm thinking about it. And I wouldn't have it in a very prominent place.
Gemma, what do you make of this? Sandra Howard has decided to go ahead and have a temporary one at first, try it out. We saw David Dimbleby there have one. We saw a lady, an older lady, one of the oldest ladies, have a tattoo in the country, wanting to commemorate the memory of her husband. Is it something that's spanning the generations much more now, do you think?
Well, I think typically it is something that people will get when they're younger. It's quite unusual for people David Dimbleby's age to get a tattoo, but I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't. And you know, there are all sorts of reasons why people get tattoos. For some people, it's purely decorative. It's purely about something being quite fashionable or something aesthetic. But that's just a small part of the reason, really. For a lot of people, it's a commitment because obviously the permanence is a big part of it. So I would encourage Sandra not to necessarily shy away from that because that's part of the experience. And also to commemorate things as well. So memorial tattoos are quite popular as well.
It's a statement as well, though, isn't it? I mean, explain to our viewers. They will see that you obviously have a tattoo across your chest, but what does it say and what does it mean to you?
Well, obviously this one is literally a statement. It's an old proverb. Nothing human is alien to me. It's backwards so that I can read it in the mirror. So on the one hand, it is a statement. It's very prominent. It's very visible. It can be quite confronting to other people, but it is very much for me. So this is why it's an inward-facing tattoo, if you like. It's only something that can be deciphered in a mirror.